Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robin Williams, and I'm just going to answer a question that's probably on all your minds right now. No, I am not related to the actor or have anything to do with him. But this is my business partner, Robert Huguenot. He'll introduce himself after me. I'll just give you a quick rundown about myself and my participation with the Veterans Boot Camp. So I served 5 years active duty in the U.S. Army. I just finished my service in January. I transitioned into the reserves now. I serve at Fort Dix, New Jersey. Go down there about 1 week in a month. Did a tour to Iraq with the 1st Cavalry Division in 2011 in support of Operation New Dawn, and then came back and served with the 3rd Infantry Division out of Fort Benning, Georgia. Currently, right now, my transition plan was to use the rest of my GI Bill benefits to complete my master's degree in public administration and go to grad school. The great thing is with the GI Bill is they're paying for my housing, they're paying for my living expenses, they're paying for my school here at Pace. So I have free time to do what I really want to do on the side, which is start a business. So that's always been my passion ever since I was a young kid, always looking for ways to start a business. Actually, my first employer ever has been the Army. I've always worked for myself in some capacity. And that's always been my dream, to start a business after the Army. Army was a stepping stone into a great career in the intelligence community. That was my MOS, that's what you call your job in the Army. I was an intelligence analyst. But my end state has always been to be a serial entrepreneur and start my own business after business like many of you have already done. So naturally this Veterans Boot Camp was just a great opportunity to initiate myself in that scene. And what we've learned so far, I'll just give you a quick breakdown. I'm sure many of you already participated, but it's about 4 hours each session. Bruce would start off explaining great concepts, entrepreneurial concepts, explain the entrepreneurial mindset, and just really give you that side of the training. And then Nikhil would come by for the remaining 2 hours and teach us how to start a website, how to create a 3D image for printing, and it's just a great way to initiate yourself in the entrepreneurial scene. So, wonderful opportunity. And it helped us develop this business, Rampack. Like Bruce mentioned, we entered the pitch competition, competed with 8 competitors. We were the only product in that competition. Everybody either had an app or a website. So it was a bit competitive in that regard, but we fared pretty well and we got 3rd place. So we're going to go ahead and just give a quick lowdown about the business after Robert gives his introduction, and then I'm sure we'll talk with everybody after this. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Huguenot. I'm also one of the co-founders of Rampack. A little bit about myself. I attended college at Western New England University, where I got a bachelor's degree in psychology. On the side, I was participating in Army ROTC programs over there. After I graduated, I ended up enlisting in the Army and ended up doing some time on active duty with the 113th Infantry Regiment at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Once I got off active duty, I attended school at Pace University, where I'm currently working on my master's in mental health counseling. I always had a passion of being an entrepreneur, or not even just being an entrepreneur, but just learning the basic skills of what it means to become just a business owner in general. And fresh out of college, even out of active duty, I didn't have any skills whatsoever. And that's when I looked into this Entrepreneurship Boot Camp. And there, I not only just found like the basic concepts, what it is to not just be an entrepreneur, but also to run a business. From there, I was learning different ways to how to network with other business groups, thus expanding my range in becoming an entrepreneurship. And one of my biggest passions, my dream, is to own a series of businesses that people could enjoy, that would allow me to network through other groups and businesses. And what I got from this camp was, as I said, not just the basic concepts, but all these different features, including becoming technologically sophisticated. Nikhil was sharing with us ways we can be more sophisticated with the digital age. And what I learned from this camp, I will be totally honest with you, I learned more technological stuff from this camp than I got from an entire semester of college. And that's not a joke there. And from the basic concepts we learned from this entrepreneurship camp, one of the things that Bruce always did say was, it's not just about a business. Find a problem, create the solution, and then a business would come second. From there, being in the military, and as I conducted with Robin, we did find a problem and we created a solution. And that's the Rampack of what we're about to show you here.
All right, so I'll just talk about the first 3 slides here. So Rampack, as you can see on the screen, these 5 hydration sources are the primary sources we use to drink water out of the military. I'm sure many of you have experienced them and used them. But there's a major problem, a major flaw. They get dirty very quickly, especially when you're in the military. You're away from running water or regular sanitation. So it's hard to keep these things clean. And what we did is we came up with the concept to create disposable liners fitted specifically for these sources so that somebody could use to hop in on the go easily, drink out of for several uses, and then if the second that thing gets dirty, take it out and put another one in. And they'd be very cost affordable at that. So how it works is fairly simple. The liners are customized for each hydration source. The prices you see here on the screen are projected price points. This is for purchased in bulk, and these would be the discounted prices after you would buy them in bulk. The business model is based on a recurring revenue from the liners. So obviously it's something that expires and you'd have to repurchase. And so they would sell in about packs of 10 to 15 each. And this is something that you could take with you out in training or in Iraq or overseas, and then be able to use enough to make your way back to a regular, a normal facility where you can clean your hydration system. So looking at the market, there's roughly 2.5 million U.S. military personnel as of February 2 months ago. Each are issued multiple hydration sources like you saw on the screen, and based on our own market research, 9 out of 10 report difficulty keeping them clean. So we seek to capture that segment of the market, and then after significant gains are made in the military market, we would expand our product inventory to fit the civilian hydration industry and create disposable liners for sports bottles all the way up to 10-gallon sports coolers. So Robert is going to go ahead and brief the competitive advantage and financials.
The 3 companies that you are looking at right now, Camelback, Blackhawk, and Source, are pretty much the 3 contractors that the military does your typical Camelbacks with. The difference between us and most of these companies is that their product is mainly used for water. Since our liners are disposable, we're not just limited to water. Any hydration source you choose can actually fit in one of these disposable liners. As we just stated before, our target market would basically be our U.S. military, but if we achieve somewhat of a lot of customer acquisition, then we could reach out, use the social media or military magazines or all other sorts of veteran organizations to get our name out there. What you're looking at right now are pretty much our projections and funding for the next year. $63,250 is our estimated, with a 20% profit margin of 1,000 Rampacks sold in that year. We are expected to make nearly $20,000 in profit, and that's if we sell each of these liners at a rate of go back to the previous slide. If we sell each of these at 1 liner for the water jug, about 15 for the Camelback, 10 liners for the 2-quart canteen cup and the regular canteen cup. I'm sorry, for the 2-quart canteen and the other canteen, and about 5 liners for just the canteen cup. Based on that, we will make about a $20,000 profit off of $63,000 projected funding in the year 2016.